Clinical trials and biomedical research are crucial to helping us learn how to treat illness. What's bizarre is that women have historically been underrepresented in these trials. And I don't know if you know this, but women have historically been underrepresented in a lot of things. It's a hot take, I know. So, I guess this is the part where you crown me king of the woke bays. Part of the reason that women have largely been excluded, it goes back to 1977. That's when the FDA created guidelines to exclude women with childbearing potential from clinical trials. They did it out of fears that it could harm the fetus. The FDA then lifted the rule in 1993, but many labs had come to see it as a virtual ban on all women. Also, some scientists claimed that the female hormonal cycle made it too difficult to gather good data, which I'm not a scientist or a woman, but that sounds kind of like the excuse I would expect to hear if I went into a white barber shop. Like, yeah, we really don't know how this stuff works. There's just too many variables. Excluding women has had serious negative effects on their medical care because, and I'm about to blow your mind, women and men are different. So, king me. A 2016 study found that in the treadmill stress test that doctors use to estimate heart disease risk, women are more likely to get inaccurate results because the scoring system for that test was developed based on experiments done only on middle-aged men, which is especially messed up when you consider that in the US, heart disease is the leading cause of death in women. That's why I only send heart emojis when I text, to remind ladies to get that heart checked out.
So sweet.
The reason that researchers were excluding women was the same reason they should have been studying them. Because, and I'm about to blow your mind again, medicine affects women differently than men. Ooh. Come on! In the clinical trials conducted for Ambien, the FDA ignored signs there might be differences in how the drug affects women. Ambien was approved by the FDA in 1992 at a dosage that was twice what women should actually be taking. But it took until 2013 for the FDA to address the issue. That's long enough for cicadas to attack, go underground for 17 years, come back again, then be like, wow, those ladies are still tired. In 1993, Congress passed the NIH Revitalization Act, which mandated the inclusion of women and minorities in clinical research funded by the government. But here's the thing, sexism actually starts even earlier in the scientific process, because before clinical research is done on humans, it's usually first conducted on lab animals. A 2014 study found the majority of research that specified the sex of lab animals studied only males. And sadly, Rat Congress has been way too slow to respond. But hey, that's what the midterms are for. That same year, the NIH urged scientists to use more female lab animals. And while it's good they're pushing things in the right direction, a lot of medication that is still sold today, even something taken as regularly as aspirin, was developed before those mandates. There's still way too much that we don't know about how certain drugs affect women, especially when you look at the fact that women experience every negative side effect of medication more frequently than men. Oh, except death.
Oh, God, we're losing him.
A lot of new research is being driven by women in the sciences, but what's shitty is that women scientists, they appear to be doing it with half the resources. One study showed that male medical researchers, they receive more than twice the funding women do to set up their labs. Think about how much more women could accomplish with equal funding. No. Look, over the last 4.5, maybe 5 minutes, I've come to realize that declaring myself a king, even king of the woke bays, I would simply be reinforcing a patriarchy that has marginalized women for far too long. But maybe it's that kind of self-awareness that makes me the perfect person to be king. I had to try.